What's up? It's Leah and happy Pride! It's June, it's Pride Month, so today we're gonna talk about Pride. Here are 10 facts about Pride Month and the queer community. Number 1, the Stonewall Uprising. The Stonewall Inn is a gay bar in the Lower East Side of New York City, and since 1966, the bar has not only been home to gay patrons, but was also a place where drag performers would find solace because a lot of the other gay bars in the area at the time would not serve them or treat them with respect. And it was also a nightly home to queer runaways and homeless youth, and it was constantly being raided. But on June 28th, 1969, when the cops raided, they arrested 13 people for not wearing gender-appropriate clothing, aka drag performers and trans people. And this time the patrons said, "Nuh-uh, we're not taking this," and they fought back. Martha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera are often credited with throwing the first brick back at the cops, and they are two trans women of color, a group within the LGBT community that face more hardships than probably any other people within the queer community. Protect trans women of color, now and always. And this is how Pride Month was born. Of course, there was talk about gay equality prior to the Stonewall Uprising, but after the Stonewall Uprising is when there was a huge surge of parades and celebrations that still go on today and that we call Pride Month. Number 2, the national legalization of gay marriage. On June 26, 2015, during Pride Month, the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage nationally. Prior to this date, there were states within the United States that recognized gay marriage, but not all of the states did. So in 2015, it became federal law that we had to recognize gay marriage as legitimate marriage between two people who love each other. Number 3, rainbow capitalism. We can't talk about all the good stuff. We gotta talk about the bad stuff too. I love my rainbows just like the next person. I love seeing these rainbow displays in stores, but the problem with rainbow capitalism is it capitalizes on queerness, but does not always necessarily support queerness in the best way. Take, for example, Target. As soon as Target faced a little bit of backlash from people who are not Pride supporters, they began pulling their Pride merchandise from their stores. And while they were saying it was for the safety of their employees, it does not seem like anybody is checking in on the artists receiving death threats for their merch that used to be in Target stores. Like queer artist Eric C., who previously did have merchandise in Target stores and who said he was not informed that his designs were being pulled from the stores, started receiving death threats, and was not checked in on by anyone from Target. And that is rainbow capitalism, when you say that you support, but when push comes to shove, you actually don't. Number 4, the first on-screen queer kiss. The first queer kiss was actually in 1922 in Cecile B. DeMille's film Manslaughter, where the leading lady shared an on-screen kiss with another woman. And as a bonus fact, the first lesbian intimate scene was actually in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Number 5, Sherry Harris. In 1991, Sherry Harris was elected to the Seattle, Washington City Council, becoming the first openly lesbian Black woman to hold this seat. And of course, there are tons of queer firsts throughout US politics, though arguably not enough. But I want to talk about Sherry Harris to once again remind you that Black women, women of color, and specifically Black trans women face more adversity, not just outside of the community, but within the community as well. Remember, we are all allies. All of our stories and all of our experiences are different, but we can use our experience to empathize with other people and show up for them the way that they show up for us. Number 6, Wendy Carlos. Though this past year, Kim Petras tweeted that she was the first trans person to have a Grammy, that actually isn't true. In 1970, Wendy Carlos, a trans woman, walked away with 3 Grammys, including Classical Album of the Year. So I think the difference is, I think Kim Petras's win was televised, whereas Wendy Carlos's was not. But still, Kim was second, and we love her for it, and we hope she wins a lot more. Number 7, this is just for me, Richard Hatch. Not only the first winner of Survivor ever, but when Richard Hatch took home the $1 million prize for the very first season of the greatest reality game show of all time, he also became the first queer person to win the show. The first winner also happened to be gay. That's awesome. Since then, we have seen other queer winners such as Todd Herzog, and of course, most recently, Yam Yam Arocho, who won the most recent season of Survivor, meaning in 45 seasons, we've only seen 3 queer winners, and none of them are women. Next season, let's have a queer woman win. How about that? Number 8, SpongeBob SquarePants. Leah, where are you going with this? Hear me out. We all know SpongeBob SquarePants. His antics under the sea in Bikini Bottom. But in 2005, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, revealed that SpongeBob is asexual. Asexuality, or the A in LGBTQIA+, represents a group of people who lack sexual attraction or show little sexual attraction. But that doesn't mean they can't be romantic. That doesn't mean they can't fall in love. Actually, it doesn't even mean that they don't have sex. Asexuality exists on a spectrum, and they have SpongeBob SquarePants within their community. So cool. Number 9, the transgender flag. This flag was created by Monica Helms, a queer woman, and it was first displayed in Phoenix, Arizona. And number 10, sticking with flags, let's talk about the classic rainbow flag, created by Gilbert Baker in 1978. It's sort of been the umbrella flag within the queer community, and each color actually has its own meaning. Red is the symbol of life, orange is the symbol of healing, yellow is sunshine, green is nature, blue is harmony, and purple is spirit. And just in general, Pride is about celebrating who you are, honoring who you are, celebrating the people around you in all their queerness. It's a time for allies to show their support and show up for the queer community. And it's just a joyous time of love, celebration, and togetherness. And thank you so much for listening to my 10 facts about Pride and the queer community. I hope you learned something. I hope it got you thinking. And whether you are a part of the queer community, an ally, someone who wants to be an ally, or someone who doesn't understand us, for the people in the last group, I hope you change your mind and see that we are all just people trying to survive. And for everybody else, I hope you have an incredible Pride Month. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 난 겨울. Yeah, 가입고 blood. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 그 chill day.